Hey guys, welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not sure what we're doing
Level
today.
25. Circle button quests. All. Professor Sharp's assignment 2. Side. Troll can follow the butterflies. Up. The beating a curse. I was the completed. Assignment all. Main. Prepare for your search for the next keeper. Complete Professor Weasley's assignment. Assignment all. Main. Professor Sharp's assignment to Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the field guide page for the book Intermediate Transfiguration in the library, as well. Cross button. Level 25.
Okay. It's been a while since I played this, so I might be a little rusty. Oh! Don't jump off the bridge. It seems like I haven't
So this is the underground harbor.
been playing. I haven't been not playing. Oh god. But I just had a lot of recordings, so I stopped playing for a while. But I realized what am I? Oh.
Protego!
What was the button again? Wasn't that?
Revelio.
There it was.
Underground harbor. Guide pages. Located deep beneath the viaduct courtyard is the landing for boats delivering first-year students across the Black Lake to Hogwarts. Cross button.
Yeah. Stop dropping in the water. Gold.
Revelio.
I need to,
Cross button. 0.
They say the person matched exactly what...
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
oh, it's up the stairs. Hold on.
Reading can be as magical as any spell.
Where am I going? I don't know. Let's just go up the stairs, see what happens.
Revelio.
intermediate transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
That could be fun. If I must.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snuggery. The golden snidget. The snake bird.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix
That one
Felicis
was
is a
easy.
banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Founder's Relics. Horcruxes. The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Snitch. The Bludger. The Quaffle.
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
True. False.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Not now.
I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Book on Intermediate Transfiguration. Guide pages. This book is designed to help guide the student who wishes to pursue more complicated types of transfiguration. Professor Weasley often recommends it to her advanced students as a bit of light reading. Cross button.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Oh my goodness. Oh, dizzy.
Because you're not very good at it.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian keys work again?
When you spot or hear a flying key, you're to follow it back to its cabinet. I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
You beat Sebastian in a duel, didn't you? Brilliant!
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Taking owls a bit too literally, if you ask me.
beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Oh.
Beautifully done.
Hello there.
Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
The assignments have helped. Despite spending so much time on assignments. The assignments...
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
No.
Not at all. I'm fascinated by ghosts and, food, and I was interested in learning more about the castle and the surrounding area.
I see. I admire your penchant for
remember.
learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Lumos. Utility. Transformation. R2 triangle button.
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Oh, great.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there. Bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember Armide mentioning something about gobbledygook. Highwing! Go!
How do you... Oh. Got it.
Level 25 quests. Map. Flue flames locate exit It's all got triangle button. Oh, level, map.
Let's do that first. Because I really don't... I don't know about Simon. I feel bad for him, but at the same time... We can't do evil.
Let's keep our heads about this.
Don't talk to me about it.
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
My God, how far are we going?
Wish someone would send me along.
Oh my goodness. Speak to...
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Let's head to the mine. How well do you know gobbledygook?
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Let's head. Have you never met a goblin?
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Let's head.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio.
Astronomy telescope. Guide pages. This telescope is the finest stargazing instrument of its kind, perfect for viewing the moon and the stars and anything else one might find in the night sky. Cross button.
Revelio.
Oh, wrong way.
Tried what I thought.
Can't run into anybody, okay. Where is this?
Level.
Anyway.
25. Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Collection chests. The South Wing. The View. Hogsmeade map. Hogsmeade world map. Forbidden South Hogwarts Valley. The Highlands. Enemy level. Level 25.
Oh, so we have to get out of here. Oh, there's the room requirement.
I wouldn't say Professor Howell has an affinity for these, but she's certainly knowledgeable.
Frankly, I'd rather limit my ex-casual sponsor.
Cross button.
Faster, Highwing!
Wait, which one am I
Level
doing?
20. Map. Flue Flames locations. World map. North for Hogs. South Hogwarts. South Hogwarts. Owlpo. Hogs. In the shadow of the mine. Sebastian is waiting near. It's all gobbledygook. Level. Talents.
I'll be right back. Where am I going?
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
But you had no choice. You should have expected that. But you...
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
We are ready. Can you tell me more about the door?
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
We are ready.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Lumos. Utility. Disillusionment. Utility. Causes you to blend into your surroundings, making it more difficult for others to perceive you. Triangle button. Assign top. Circle but incendio, confringo. Damp, defindo. Expelliarmus, art. Lumos. Utility, disillusionment, triangle button. R2 button, triangle button, R2 button.
The door is looking at us.
Cross button.
Protego!
I'll be quiet.
Okay. That wasn't hard.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Oh.
cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Revelio.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Incendio.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Lumos. Accio. Force. Summons a variety of objects and enemies to close range. Certain triangle button. Art.
We'll need to get across this gap somehow. Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this.
Lumos. Triangle button. Assign top. It's art.
I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea. Such arrogance. Someone thinks they can outlast me! What's a human doing here?
Incendio!
Let's get this over with. Find him! Rather unwise coming back this way. I won't rest till you're dead. Get accustomed to that!
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Cross button. Felix Felice.
Revelio.
Lumos. Evanesco. Triangle button.
We're being watched by a door.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Your little magic tricks won't distract me! What's that? Not your best smoke. It's truly. You call that spellcasting? Stop by. Not quite.
Incendio!
Let's get this over with. Your spells last off of me. You can't stop.
Cross button. Felix Felici.
I will make you.
It's too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Alright.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Lumos. Utility. Depulso.
I thought this was the way forward. Oh no. Oh.
Incendio! Revelio.
Lumos. Try disillusion. R2 button. R2 button. Expelliarmus. R2. Lumos. Utility. Depulse. Try Accio.
Revelio.
Lumos. Utility. Confringa. Triangled.
goblins will rule over wizards at last.
And what?
Potato.
Well,
Ranrock will lead us to victory!
how did you do that?
I shall avenge your death.
One less human to worry about.
I shall avenge.
Rather unwise.
Cross button.
Confringo.
Cross button.
You won't stop me. Was that your best?
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I've been fighting since before you were. Why can't I hit you?
Confringo.
Because I blocked you?
Best the likes of me.
You are terribly outmatched. Surely you can see that.
Confringo.
You almost had a lucky shot.
Yes, of course.
Not quite. Easily neither. Let's get this over with.
Confringo.
Right this
Expelliarmus.
Come here, you. Pity. Not quite.
Potato.
Why drag this out longer than necessary?
Expelliarmus.
I won't rest until you're dead. Seems your heart isn't in this at all. There you are.
Ow.
Stop! No! I will make you pay.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
How much money do I have? Hold on.
Level 25. Circle button. Back. Challenges. Quest. Defeat 30 goblins. Complete combat. 30. Level 25. In here. Level. Here. Level.
Wow, I have a lot of money.
25. Cross button.
Clever.
Circle
this is
button.
Not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Revelio.
Lumos. Incendio. Art.
Incendio.
What did that do?
Revelio.
Lumos. Accio.
Guardian Leviosa.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Just pick up what I can when I can.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals. But the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Okay. I think that'll be it for today, guys. See you next time.